games are about many different things, living a life you never could, doing the impossible, making lifelong friends, and most importantly, the belief that a 10-year-old could beat the entire mafia with a bird. This week, I thought about Pokemon, the only franchise where a 10-year-old can leave home, get their pet electrocuted by lightning, and somehow still become the world champion. Personally, I love Pokemon. I've been a fan ever since I was a kid. I used to play the TCG, the video games, and I even watched the anime. But Pokemon isn't just a franchise, it was a phenomenon. It made you walk into your 3rd grade class holding your Nintendo DS Lite, complete with Nerf case because you weren't about to drop that bad boy and go, "You want a battle?" And then immediately lose because no one told you what the fuck EV training was. But Pokemon wasn't just about catching creatures, it was about living the dream of being an unsupervised child with unlimited access to money and monsters. Yeah, you're a kid, but you're casually throwing around Pokeballs that cost 200 each. And how are you paying for this? By beating up kids in shorts, taking their lunch money, and somehow the adults in the world are just fine with this. And you might be asking, what were these adults even doing? Well, guess what? They were standing on the roots like statues, just waiting for you to walk by so they could go, "Hey, you made eye contact with me, look at my Zubat, I'm gonna kill you." But we all had to start our journey somewhere, and nothing sticks with a person quite like their first starter. I would die for Trico, and my girlfriend has a tattoo of Cyndaquil on her arm, which feels like taking it a bit further, but honestly, I respect it. Because your starter wasn't just another Pokemon, it was your partner, your ride or die. Sure, they might faint a lot in the early game, but by the time you hit the Elite Four, they're basically your best friend. I mean, who else was there for you when you got absolutely wrecked by Cynthia's Garchomp? Not your mom, not Professor Tree of the Month Club, it was your Infernape, dragging your whole team through on willpower and blaze-boosted flame wheels. And every generation brings new starters, and every generation they get weirder. Back in the day, your choices used to be simple. Fire Lizard, Turtle with cannons, and green thing that kind of looks like a salad. Now you've got Grass Cat, Duck with JoJo hair, and Crocodile that looks like it sings backup for the Wiggles. And then there's Pikachu. Don't even get me started on Pikachu. This electrified moneymaker is the most marketable mascot in human history. I mean, Pikachu is everywhere. Lunchboxes, airplanes, mascot mobs. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Pikachu-themed life insurance policy out there. So this policy covers Thunderbolts, Thundershocks, and blasting off again. That only feels like a few things. And you get to sign with an exclusive Pikachu pen. Give me the pen! But in the games, he's kind of trash. I mean, Pika all you want, but you're getting bodied by every ground type with half a brain. Still, Pokemon gave us some of the most iconic gaming memories, like naming your rival Fart and then proceeding to wipe the floor with them. That time you used a Master Ball on a random encounter without realizing you cannot get more of them. Or even that time you KO'd a shiny. But do you ever think about how ridiculous these games are? Pokemon centers are wild. You show up with 6 unconscious animals and Nurse Joy's just like, "No problem, we'll fix this in 2 seconds for free." Lady, how are you funding this? Taxpayer money? Giovanni's Underground Crime Syndicate? I mean, the economy of Kanto must be in shambles. I mean, it makes sense. You're casually walking around with thousands of Pokédollars by mid-game. Where is this money coming from? Random battles selling nuggets you find on the ground? Are we laundering money through the Pokemart? Someone needs to call Officer Jenny. This feels a little suspicious. And can we talk about the villains? Team Rocket, Team Magma, Team Galactic. All these groups trying to take over the world. And yet their plans still always involve harassing kids in caves. Like, yes, we'll capture the god of space and time, but first let's bully this 10-year-old on their way to Cerulean City. Hey guys, maybe your plans keep failing because you're running on Zubats, bad vibes, and beating up the only kid that seems to want to walk around in this whole country. And then there's the Pokedex. Professor Oak hands you this piece of tech and is like, "Here's the Pokedex, go and fill it up for me." Okay, Oak, how? You clearly know there's 150 of these fuckers out there, and you already have all the information on them, so why are you sending me on the world's longest game of I Spy? You're not even paying me. I mean, do I have a union? And now there's well over 1,000 Pokemon, so I guess it does make sense that we need to keep track. I mean, how can we remember all the iconic Pokemon like Ice Cream Cone, Literal Bag of Garbage, Monkey that got so angry it died, or Basque Legion? I'm pretty sure my therapist prescribed me that last month. But let's be real, Pokemon's never been about logic, it's been about vibes. It's about walking through the tall grass, clutching a Pokeball, and praying your level 5 starter doesn't get bodied by the first thing on Route 1. It's about being stopped by a tiny bush because you don't have the right move to progress farther in the game yet. It's about trading with your friends and realizing they gave you a level 100 hacked Charizard that you can't change the name. Hello, I'm the name raider. Yeah, hi, I want to change my Pokemon's name. Oh, but that's the perfect name for it. Dude, it's named Nugget. And then there's the modern games. Don't get me wrong, I love Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, but like the most annoying kid at your middle school identified as, they're a little bit quirky. The open world concept is cool, but it's not perfect. Have you ever walked into a town in Scarlet and Violet and seen an NPC moving at 2 frames a second? It's like watching a PowerPoint presentation in the middle of your epic Pokemon journey. But hey, at least they're trying new things. And let's be real, no matter how buggy it gets, I'm still buying Legends ZA next year and whatever slop they shovel out after that. Also, the EXP sure makes the games so easy. Back in the day, you didn't just get a level 100 Pokemon, you had to grind it one battle at a time. But at the end of the day, Pokemon isn't just a game. It's a reminder that if you start with nothing, no badges, no money, no parental supervision, you can still be the very best. Just don't step into the tall grass without a backup plan. Anyway, Pokemon's amazing, life is short, and if you never named your Magikarp Flop Daddy, you're doing it wrong. My name is Zen, aka ZenMiso. Thank you for being here.